Beware the day a river goes silent. For when the water leaves, it does not only take thirst away, it carries life itself. And beware the moment a mother is asked to choose between her own breath and the breath of her people. This is that moment. This is the story of the mother who carried the river. Once, long ago, there was a village that lived and breathed by a river. The river was their lifeblood. It fed their crops. It quenched their thirst. It bathed their children. It was music in the night, comfort in the morning, hope in the dry season. The people called it Imbali, the one who never fails. But one season, it failed. At first, the waters grew shy. They slipped lower and lower, like a secret trying to hide. The women came with clay pots, but where they once scooped plenty, they now scraped the muddy bottom. The children came to swim, but their feet sank into cracked earth. The men came to fish, but their nets clung to dust. The river was gone. Panic spread like fire through dry grass. The crops withered. The goats cried. The babies' lips turned pale. Fathers grew restless. Mothers whispered prayers to the ancestors. And at night, the village sat in silence, listening to the emptiness where the river once roared. Why has Imbali abandoned us? They asked. The elders sat in council, their faces carved with worry, their voices low, heavy. Some said it was a curse. Others said it was punishment. Still others said the river had simply died. But one woman, a mother named Nyarai, listened with different ears. Nyarai was no queen, no chief's daughter. She was just a woman of the people. She tilled her fields. She nursed her children. She sang the old songs when the moon was fat. But her heart carried more than her family. It carried the whole village. When others wept, she washed. When others shouted, she listened. And when others despaired, she held on. One night, as the village tossed in hunger, Nyarai walked to the dry riverbed. She placed her palms in the dust where water once ran. Her tears fell like drops of rain. And in the silence, she whispered, "If the river has left us, then I will go where it has gone." The wind stirred. The trees bent low. And from the cracked earth, a sound rose. It was faint at first, like the echo of a drum. Then stronger, like a voice calling her name. Nyarai. She gasped. Her heart pounded. Her breath froze. Nyarai, the voice said again. Do you seek the river? Her lips trembled. Yes, she whispered. For without it, we die. The dust swirled. The air thickened. And before her stood a figure made of water and mist. Eyes like pools. Skin shimmering like moonlit waves. The spirit of Imbali. The river is not gone. The spirit said. It has only been taken. Taken? Nyarai asked. By whom? The spirit's gaze darkened. By greed. By neglect. By hearts that forgot the sacred balance. The river has been bound. And only a sacrifice can set it free. Nyarai bowed her head. What sacrifice? She asked. The spirit's voice trembled like thunder over water. It must be carried. By one who bears the heart of the people. By one who is willing to give. Until nothing remains. Nyarai closed her eyes. Her children's faces flashed before her. Her husband's weary hands. Her neighbor's hollow eyes. A weight pressed on her chest. But deeper still, a fire burned. She lifted her head. If it must be carried, then let me carry it. The spirit's eyes softened. You would take this burden. Yes, she whispered. For if a mother cannot carry the river, who else will? That night, the stars bent low. The ancestors stirred in their graves, and the earth trembled with the beginning of a promise. Nyarai had spoken, and destiny had answered. The next morning, the village gathered at the dry riverbed. The elders saw the fire in Nyarai's eyes. They felt the weight of her decision before she spoke. She raised her hands. My people, she said. The river is not dead. It is waiting. But it will not return on its own. A hush fell over the crowd. Even the children stilled. I will go to bring it back. Not with nets. Not with clay pots. But with myself. I will carry the river. Gasps. Cries. Whispers of disbelief. No, Nyarai, they pleaded. You will die. She smiled sadly. Better one mother dies with love than many children die with thirst. Her words struck like lightning. Her courage lit the sky. And in that moment, the people knew. This was not just a mother. This was the river's chosen one. The village did not sleep that night. Whispers circled like restless birds. Some prayed for Nyarai's strength. Others feared her words. And a few doubted. Could one mother truly bring back a river? The elders gathered at the council hut. Fire crackled. Smoke curled toward the rafters. Old men shook their heads. Old women sighed. None had ever heard of such a thing. At last, the eldest among them spoke. Her name was Mambo Chisomo, the keeper of memories. The one they called Oracle of the First Dawn. Her hair was white as cotton. Her back bent like a bow. But her eyes, oh, her eyes, still burned like embers that never die. They called Nyarai before her. The young mother came, her feet bare, her spirit trembling but unbroken. The oracle lifted her staff. The hut fell silent. Child, she said, do you know what it means to carry the river? Nyarai lowered her gaze. I know only this. My people cannot live without it. If the river must rest on my shoulders, I will not refuse. The oracle's lips curved into a sorrowful smile. Brave words, she whispered. But the burden of water is heavier than stone. It drowns. It consumes. And it does not let go. Nyarai's voice shook. But her answer did not waver. Then let it consume me. Better I drown alone than my children wither together. The oracle closed her eyes. And in that moment, the fire dimmed. The air thickened. The ancestors leaned close. Her voice rose, deep and trembling. Hear me, spirits of river and root. Hear me, keepers of sky and soil. This mother has offered her breath for her people. Tell us, is she the one? The flames flared blue. The ground shuddered. And a wind howled through the hut though no door was open. Then, silence. The oracle opened her eyes. They glistened with tears. It is spoken, she said. She is chosen. Gasps filled the hut. Mothers covered their mouths. Fathers shook their heads. Children clung to their mothers' legs. Nyarai bowed her head. Her fate was sealed. But the oracle was not finished. There is a path you must walk, she said. A path to the mountain of echoes, where the river was first born. There you will find the well of beginnings. Only there can the river be lifted. Only there can it be carried. The villagers murmured. The mountain of echoes was far. Dangerous. Few returned who traveled its winding trails. And yet Nyarai did not flinch. Her heart beat steady. Her jaw tightened. Tell me what I must do, she said. The oracle rose. Her staff struck the ground once, twice, 3 times. From the shadows, 2 young men stepped forward. Warriors of the village. Kundai and Temba will walk with you, the oracle declared. Not to bear your burden, for no one can, but to guard your path, to witness your vow. The warriors bowed. One tall and lean, eyes sharp as spears. The other broad and quiet, strength coiled in silence. But both lowered their heads before Nyarai. Where you go, we go, they said. The oracle drew close. She pressed her wrinkled palm to Nyarai's cheek. Daughter, she whispered. The river is more than water. It is memory. It is life. It is sacrifice made liquid. To carry it is to give yourself away, piece by piece, drop by drop, until nothing remains but love. Nyarai's throat tightened. Tears stung her eyes. But she nodded. I am ready. That night, the village lit no fires. They sat under the moon, watching the mother who would walk for them. Some wept. Some prayed. Some dared to hope. And children whispered to each other. She will bring the river back. She must. At dawn, the drums beat low. The oracle lifted her staff. The people gathered in silence. Nyarai stood at the edge of the village, her children clinging to her skirt. She kissed their foreheads. She held their tiny hands. She whispered words only they could hear. Then she placed them in the arms of her sister. Her face did not break. Her eyes did not falter. She turned her back to her home and faced the rising sun. The oracle's voice rang across the crowd. Let it be known. This mother goes to carry the river. Her steps are our hope. Her sacrifice is our breath. Remember her name, for it shall be water to your lips. The drums quickened. The warriors flanked her. The people fell to their knees. And Nyarai began to walk toward the mountain, toward the well, toward her destiny. The earth groaned. The sky washed. And somewhere, deep beneath the soil, the river stirred. The mountain waited. Tall, silent, cloaked in mist. Nyarai stood at its base. Her heart heavy. Her spirit steady. The 2 warriors, Kundai and Temba, walked beside her. Their spears gleamed in the dawn. But even they knew this battle was not theirs. They climbed, step after step, stone after stone. The path was cruel. Sharp edges cut their feet. Thorns tore their clothes. The sun burned their backs. And yet Nyarai pressed forward, her breath ragged, her legs trembling, but her resolve unbroken. At night, they camped by dry streams. The warriors slept with hands on their spears. But Nyarai did not sleep. She sat awake, whispering to the stars. Give me strength, she prayed. Not for me. For my children. For my people. The stars did not answer. But deep inside, something stirred, like a seed breaking open in the dark. On the 3rd day, they reached the forest of shadows. It was said to be cursed. Trees twisted like claws. Owls shrieked with human voices. Shadows moved where no feet walked. Kundai's spear trembled. Temba's eyes narrowed. But Nyarai stepped forward first. Fear is hunger, she whispered. If we feed it, it will devour us. Her courage carried them through the darkness, through the whispers, until the forest spat them out. Alive. At last, they reached the foot of the mountain of echoes. The air throbbed. Every sound returned tenfold. The crunch of feet, the hiss of breath, the beat of a heart. The warriors faltered. But Nyarai walked on. For she knew. The echoes were not there to frighten. They were there to test. And what they tested was truth. The mountain spoke. Her own voice came back to her. I will carry the river. Over and over. Louder. Stronger. Until the air shook with her vow. The warriors bowed their heads. They could not argue. The mountain itself had crowned her. That night, as they slept at the mountain's mouth, the river spirit appeared again. Nyarai, it whispered. You still have time to turn back. But she shook her head. Time has already chosen me. There is no turning. The spirit's eyes softened. Then walk, daughter of the earth. The well awaits. The well of beginnings lay at the mountain's peak. A pool hidden in stone. Older than memory. Deeper than the sky. Nyarai stood before it. The warriors bowed low. The river spirit rose from the water. Her form towering. Shining with the light of moons unseen. Nyarai, she said. To carry the river is to carry pain. Once you take it, you will not be whole again. Are you ready? Nyarai's throat ached. But she lifted her chin. For my children. For my people. Yes. The spirit spread her arms. Water surged upward. It wrapped around Nyarai like chains of glass. Cold. Heavy. Endless. She gasped. Her knees buckled. Her body shook. But she did not fall. Drop by drop, the river poured into her, filling her chest, pressing on her heart, weighing down her bones. Her eyes glowed blue. Her voice broke into a cry. I will carry it. The mountain roared. The sky split. The earth trembled. And when it ended, Nyarai stood changed. Her skin shimmered like water. Her hair flowed like streams. Her heartbeat pulsed like waves. She was no longer only a mother. She was a vessel. A living river. The warriors fell to their knees. But Nyarai only whispered, let us go home. The journey down was harder. Every step dragged. Every breath burned. The river inside her pulled. Twisted. Fought to be free. She staggered. She bled. She nearly collapsed. But each time she faltered, she saw her children's faces. And she rose again. At last. After many days. They reached the village. The people gathered, gasping. Their eyes widened at the sight of her. She shone like water. She walked like rain. And wherever her feet touched the earth, grass sprouted green. They knew. The mother had become the river. The villagers followed her to the dry riverbed. They crowded in silence. Their breaths shallow with hope. Nyarai staggered into the cracked earth. Her body trembling. Her lips pale. The warriors stood beside her. But even they could not help. She raised her arms. Her voice broke like thunder. Imbali, I have carried you. Now return to your people. She fell to her knees. Her body convulsed. And then, the ground split. The air howled. And from her chest, a torrent burst forth. Water. Pure. Endless. Alive. It surged across the riverbed. It roared through the land. It swallowed the dust. It kissed the fields. It fed the roots. It filled the pots. Children screamed with joy. Mothers wept into their hands. Fathers raised their arms to the sky. The river had returned. But Nyarai lay still. Her skin was pale. Her breath shallow. Her body empty. The river had left her, taking her strength with it. The villagers rushed to her side. Her children clung to her hands. "Mother," they cried, "do not leave us." Her eyes fluttered open. She smiled weakly. "My children, do not cry. You are not motherless. The river is your mother now, and it will never leave again." With that, her breath faded. Her eyes closed, and silence fell. The mother was gone, but the river roared louder than ever, as if to say, "She is not lost. She is here. In me." Years passed. Seasons turned. The village flourished. The river fed their crops. It healed their thirst. It carried their songs. And every time the waters touched their lips, they remembered the mother who gave herself away. The oracle lived long enough to tell the tale to the children. "Do not forget," she said. "The river you drink from is not only water. It is love. It is sacrifice. It is Nyarai." And so they carved her story into drums, into songs, into the stones at the river's edge. No one forgot. No one dared. And when daughters grew into mothers, they told their children, "If you drink from Imbali, give thanks to the mother who carried it." True sacrifice is not measured by what we give, but by what we are willing to lose for the sake of others. A mother's love is deeper than rivers. It is heavier than mountains. It is the heartbeat that keeps a people alive. So when you drink water, remember Nyarai. When you see a river flow, remember her burden. And when life asks you to choose between selfishness and sacrifice, choose as she did. Carry the river, for in carrying others, you keep the world alive. And if you want more stories like this, stories of wisdom, of warning, of truth, make sure you like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to this channel.